Yeah, man. The big homie's back. Y'all know what it is. Let's get to that intro.
The big homie, big homie, big homie. The big homie, in the bed, big homie show. Swoo. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. The big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show. Hey, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. With no further ado, I welcome Debo, your host. Like, comment, share, and subscribe where you go. And tell a friend about the big homie show. Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Drop that Zaddy in the bed, boy.
Ay, the big homie, the big homie, the big homie. The big homie. Hey, welcome to the big homie show.
Yeah. The big homie is back, man. You know what it is, man. I'm on this allhiphop.com thing. Salute to Grouchy Greg and Jigsaw, a.k.a. Chuck Creekmore. We here, man. And I say we here, it's just not me by myself this time. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. I said I can't do this shit alone all the time. I have a panel of niggas. That's why I said a panel of niggas. So I'm going to show who y'all niggas, my niggas is. I bring them here. Boom. Let me turn their mics on, man, because, you know, I'm the orchestrator of this shit. I'm turning this mic on. Let me introduce the first person, which is my brother by birth. Same mother, same father. Salute to Glamour. What's up, man? Speak, man.
What's good? The Truth Be Told podcast. I'm in the building. What's good?
That's right. Okay. I got another brother. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, not my same mother, same father, but, you know, he's a brother nonetheless and whatnot, man. You know, he looks like the Black Winnie the Pooh and shit. Salute to my man, No Mercy, a.k.a. No Mercy. What's up, nigga?
No Mercy in the building, man. Trap New York, NoMercyTV.com. I know the shits, man. What's good?
And that's what's
Debo,
up.
what up?
I'm chilling, my brother. I'm chilling. I got another man coming in, man. He about to slick talk his way into this situation, man. CEO, what's good, brother?
What's goody? CO Gold. Shout out to Truth Be Told, or hip hop, and of course Fatty Boy Entertainment. We in the building. Let's do it.
Let's get it. All right, man. I ain't trying to Joe Button my way to the top, man. But, you know, I said I need some guests in here, man, so we could talk our shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk my stuff all alone and whatnot, man. But I got some topics on the allhiphop.com Instagram, so I'm gonna just lead right to it, man. Let's get to it. Hold on.
Let's get it.
Oh man, this thing right here. Should I start with this one? Nah, I don't want to start with this one. It's 21 getting crazy. GloRilla, man. Let me go to GloRilla. Look, the same song they was clowning me and my friends about, saying we was ugly and dusty, just got nominated for a Grammy. When God is on your side, you cannot fail. We back to the panel, man. What's going on? Who want to speak first on GloRilla's success and getting nominated for people who was talking about her song was dusty and her friends was ugly and whatnot? Who want to talk first?
She got a Grammy and she just started rapping yesterday?
No, a Grammy nomination.
A Grammy nomination. She just started last week. How? What are we doing? Jeez. And this is the thing. I'm not going to judge her music because I haven't fully listened yet, right? I heard like a couple songs here and there. So I don't want to just base an artist off of a couple songs, but getting the Grammy this early, she better be good.
Yo, can one of y'all tell me what song she even got nominated for? Is it that F-R-E-E, fuck, nigga, free? Like, what?
I mean, I can imagine that would be the only song she could possibly get nominated for. But I'd say this, man, in a nutshell. No hate. It's a new way of doing things now. Shout to her. But that's all I'm going to say is shout to her. No hate. This is a new way of doing things. Let's just leave it there.
Yo, CO, man, I ain't going to let you get away with that, CO. What's the new way of doing things out here, my brother?
I mean, it's a new wave. We can't compare her to Kim's Come Up, right? We can't. It's a different wave. It's a different way of putting the music out there. She got a machine behind her over there with C&G. So that's not different, but it's just a different wave now. You got some catchy enough, you know, they hold on to that wave for as long as they can hold on and ride it. As far as a Grammy nod, I mean, who's the voters? Like,
right.
Who's influencing the voters? So I don't want to take nothing away from it because it's part of the game. But shout to her. Shout whatever that song is, wherever she from, for being successful as a black young woman. I'm gonna say that.
Well, I'm gonna take it to my brother, man. He's like the music aficionado and whatnot.
I'm far from that. As a friend's being ugly, I got to look at them because you got to pick. Because I'm gonna keep it real. I can tell you that much if they're ugly. I mean, I'm just fucking. If you're ugly, ugly. No, shout out to her though. But congratulations. Like I said, I mean, we need more women winning shit, right? Women don't win enough shit. Like they always say, this is a male-dominated culture. So salute her. Hope she win. That way, the women can't say that men are taking up all of the nods and all the Grammys. So if she win, that's a good thing for hip hop and for women in hip hop. So it's progression. Let it happen. I hope it's happening legit, but if, all right. Up and up.
So let me ask you this question. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all this shit look like a popularity contest. All we heard was GloRilla for 2022, I'm guessing, and whatnot. And like Mercy said, she just got here last week. How you get a Grammy nod? That's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So is popularity taking over right now as opposed to the song itself?
That's what it's starting to seem like. It's starting to seem more based on, what's going viral, what's hitting the TikToks, what's hitting the stories, what's on your Instagram captions. Like all of the stuff that we see getting these quick Grammys and nominations and stuff like that, it's all coming from there. But that to me, it's watered down the validity of like awards and stuff like that. I can't take awards seriously anymore. Right. When it's based off that, and it's based off metrics and not the quality of the music, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Like, the Grammys is the same folks that when DMX had 2 platinum albums out in the same year, did not get 1 nomination for album of the year. This is the same group of people we're talking about. So, is what can you expect from them the same? We got to kind of actually lower expectations of these other entities placing value on us. We know how to do it. We know what's what. And when we see a GloRilla with a very popular song get a Grammy now, we got to understand what that is.
But do we sound like haters? Do we sound like 21 Savage and shit? 21. Do we sound like haters and shit like that? Because, we like my brother Glamour, he's saluting her, but like Mercy said, she got here last week, respectfully speaking.
Because we talking about deserve. That's the word we're thinking, right? Does she deserve a nod?
Talk to him, CO.
Right? That's relative. Because if you ask a 16-year-old chick or a younger crowd, maybe she might be deserving to that individual, right? Fact. But we got a lot more to measure,
right?
So it's subjective, and it's music. I mean, it's subjective. But somebody's gonna love it. Somebody's gonna ride it to the end, and then you're going to have other people that are critical.
But Glamour, doesn't it go through like a panel and stuff like that? Like a people, instead of like not the popularity of the crowd and what the people are listening to, isn't it like a committee that votes people in and whatnot? Because they voted Beyonce. Beyonce got the most Grammys in the damn world. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Beyonce is always a sure win. But, with this GloRilla joint, is it like the panel is like, you know what, man, she popular, man. She hot right now. Just give it a nod. We need some fresh and new look, a new face.
That's what it is. It's influence.
I mean, listen to the song. I mean, that's what they rewarded. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's too many layers to it. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a song where she's literally saying, fuck nigga free. Like, this is what we talk about.
Fuck nigga free.
She said, if you listen to her other music, she sounds like a dude.
Right.
She got a certain sound from where she's from. You can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. This song took off because it has some dancing. It's a strip club thing. It's a whole Southern movement. Anybody, what's her name, could have sang that record?
Lotto?
What's her name? The light-skinned Lotto. She could have sang that record.
Right.
Would have went through the roof.
Right.
Pick one.
That's true.
Cardi B could have sang the record, would have went through the roof. You know what I mean? So
let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, I don't like to waste topics. We off on that. Let's get to the next one. Let me see. What else we got here? Let me see.
Who's she up against, by the way?
Shit, that I don't know. That I don't know.
That I want to know.
Yo, listen. All right, how about this?
That's
Boom.
mean something.
Boom. I got the Cash Me Outside girl, Bhad Bhabie. You know what I'm saying? She debuts a new look.
So can you show it? Can you show it?
I
Wow.
did. I just showed it just now. She debuted a new look, right? So now we talking about it.
Pussy.
How do you feel? Glamour, you can go first. How do you feel about the Cash Me Outside, Bhad Bhabie and shit with the new look? She got the it look eccentric, not eccentric, Afrocentric, if you will. But I got my ideas of it. But I'll let you go first. Go ahead.
She look black. I mean, she want to fit in. She know what it takes to get to the top. She gotta put a little melanin on her shade. So she, you know, she want to feel how I feel to be called a bitch. Now I don't know. I don't know. End of the day, it could be a filter. Let's keep our eye on it because, you know, based on her
Shit, it could be a filter, right?
It could be a filter. You know what I'm saying? It could be a filter. It could be just some bad makeup. You know, maybe it's just a way she's go. You know, a way how she's feeling that day. She want to feel a little dark.
Copy.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep our eye on this because, you know, based on, you know, the based on the reaction she get from this, we'll see how long this look going to last. So she got to know what comes with looking like one of us. Takes a lot.
Yo, Mercy, is it deeper than just the look? Like, it's just like a lot of these Caucasian sisters, you know what I'm saying, have this, you know, sister look, you know, from the sisters and whatnot, man. They want the hair.
This is some sort of weird fantasy fetish that they're going off into these days, where they're using all of the hair and the whatever they call it, bronzer and stuff like that to try to look like us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't approve of it at all. Like, I don't think anybody that's white should be trying to look like our people. Like, it just looks crazy.
You racist, man. You racist.
Listen, the other thing,
weaving it out. You know what I mean? Sisters looking like they ain't rocking afros no more. Yeah,
listen. The other thing I don't like about it. My fault.
Go ahead, Mercy. My fault.
The blogs, the way the blogs are titling the picture, they're captioning it, oh, look at her blonde hair or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's all y'all want us to focus on right now, because it's not just the blonde hair we see. We see someone that looks like a black woman right now.
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, it's weird to me. It's very weird.
His was weird. His was weird, CO, right? Boom.
It's weird, but it's the people's fault. Now, nowadays we like the new tabloids, right? Remember, they used to take pictures of Paris Hilton and all these untalented,
Fact.
you know what I'm saying, people and make them famous. We gotta stop doing that shit. We gotta stop even talking about she's talentless and she's being a moocher off our culture. She's benefiting more off our culture than certain individuals who actually should be.
Talk that shit. Hold on. You got one.
Period.
Listen, but correct me if I'm wrong, and let's keep it 100, fellas. The sisters are trying to look like the European look, and the Caucasian sisters are trying to look like the dark skinned sisters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of confusing right now. Right. It's confusing. You understand?
Sad.
It's like the Kardashians and the Bhad Bhabies want to look like the sisters in the hood and all that, but the sisters that come from us, you know what I'm saying, want the European with the thin nose and all, they fuck their whole faces up and shit like that.
Blonde hair and all that.
Short trading places. We live too long in that skin. They want to fill the other side. That's it.
Hold on.
They end up looking like one person, like these female rappers. Like, depending on your level of successes, depending on how close you're gonna come out looking like Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim.
Wow.
The more successful you get, the more your shit gonna transform.
Which one has the starter kit, man? Respectfully speaking, Nicki or Kim? Which one has the starter kit?
Kim by far. She look like Miss Piggy damn near.
Kim nose is gone.
It gotta be Kim.
Wow.
Kim is a whole nother person, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Nicki on the way.
Wow. Well, before we get in trouble, let me get off of that.
All hip hop. What up?
Ain't none of them Jewish. We good.
All hip hop. Yo, hey, what y'all need? You're trying to get us shut down. Hold on. Okay, I got one. Boom. My fellas might not see the title, but the people that's watching is gonna see it. It says the colonizers tried to disrespect Wakanda forever in the cast of the movie. So basically, hold on. I'm gonna let y'all.
Lupita Yango, Daniel, Gora, Winston Duke, Florence, Kasumba, Dominique Thorne, Michael Cole, Tanuk Huna, Tunuk Hutra, and Martin Freeman. The leaders of the kingdom of Wakanda fight to protect their nation from invading forces in the wake of T'Challa's death. What did you think of the sequel to the Black Panther movies?
When you say Wakanda forever, I'm thinking we're waiting forever to get to the movie review. I thought the movie was fantastic. I love, I love the Pink Panther movies, of course, with Peter Sellers, R.I.P. So, of course, I'm going to love the Black Panther. Different type of thing. Those are more comedies. And this is part of the Marvel universe, which I'm also part of. And so I loved it. I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn, and I'm going to throw in a couple of jelly beans, a pink one for the Pink Panther and a black jelly bean for the Black Panther. Black Panther.
Wakanda,
Yes.
Sorry, but Black
Finally.
Panther Wakanda Forever, directed by Ryan Coogler, starring Lydia White.
So basically,
Debo, what are we doing here?
did you hear this? Y'all heard this?
What does this guy do?
You know, some white cats.
Pink jelly bean and the black jelly bean.
Yeah, some white cats is pretty much trying to read off the a card of, you know, the name of the movie and the actors in it.
That was terrible.
You know what? And it says the caption says colonizers try to disrespect Wakanda forever in the cast of the movie. What do y'all think?
I can hear it.
What do you
It
think?
sounded
Come on,
intentional.
CO. Go ahead,
It sounded
CO.
intentional.
Talk to me, CO. How you feeling?
It sounded intentional how they was reading it for sure. It sounded like, you know, wasn't even trying to enunciate it correctly. Definitely sounded like that for sure. And the other thing too is, I mean, you can always hear when somebody's trying to poke. You know what I mean? And it was definitely clear what they was doing. And shout out to them for just saying Pink Panther. How we
Crazy.
doing a Steve Martin? Like, what we even doing? Like, what?
Crazy.
Pink Panther? Really?
Crazy.
You gonna bring that and tie that into Black Panther?
Crazy.
Yeah, you
Crazy.
see where they going with that.
Glamour, what you think?
Shout out to
Man?
their moms. You know?
Yeah, I give it 5 popcorns and a pink jelly bean. Come on, man. Why are we entertaining this bullshit?
Why we?
We got 30 minutes. We got 30 minutes.
It's news, man. You know, I just want to get your take on it. How you feeling?
Black Panther, 180 million. Salute. Phenomenal. Long ass movie I heard though, but
Yeah, I watched it. It was
She
all
was
right.
sad. I seen it too. She was sad.
It was sad. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, the first one was better. I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna let nobody, you know what I'm saying, especially the white brothers and sisters and shit, disrespect. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, Mercy. If I read those names off, I wouldn't know how to read that shit. But I'm black though. At least I get a pass.
But look, here's the thing, right? You would get way more right than he did because he just butchered everybody's name.
Yo, he even
It's
said Wakanda. Like, come on, you being funny, my nigga.
Intentionally.
Yeah,
Intentionally,
yeah.
you being
Once
funny.
I heard the Wakanda, I was like, yeah, you being funny. You not serious here. Like, what are you doing? They must be some of them guys that do the sarcastic kind of, you know, they must make that kind of content. That's the only thing I can get from that because that just sounds stupid.
Right,
Like,
right. Okay, let's get to something even more interesting that'll pique your interest. Let me see. I'm gonna read it off here, but it says, you know, in all hip hop news, Saint Laurent Don, who's 21 Savage, that's his Twitter handle or IG handle or whatever you is on Twitter. It says, "I will never disrespect Nas or any legend who paved the way for me. Y'all be trying to take stuff and run with it." Now, I kind of covered this right here. You know, said yesterday.
Take stuff and run with it?
I said, fuck DJ Academics and 21 Savage. I said that shit. I said it. You know what I'm saying? Because 21 Savage was in Clubhouse, the Devil's app, talking crazy about Nas is not relevant. And I was like, what? But literally said, I thought it was a mistake or something. He said he's not relevant. And the way he kind of said about he's not relevant is like saying, he's not relevant due to the young cats out here today and stuff is not listening to Nas and whatnot. That's how he's trying to say he's not relevant. What's y'all take on? And now he's doubling down, saying, yo, y'all doing the most by trying to, you know, say I'm trying to disrespect Nas. I'm not trying to disrespect Nas. I'm just saying he's just not relevant. And so what's your take on this shit, man?
I don't think he's relevant to today's culture. I mean, he's relevant to our culture. I mean, I don't think a Generation Z can name a Nas song. I mean, 9 out of times out of 10, they probably wouldn't know who Nas even is. I mean, let's be honest. But that doesn't mean he has to contribute to the culture. They just not, people like 21 Savage need to know how to respect the culture. If you're gonna be in the culture, you gotta respect it. Or generations of the culture. You got to. That's how hip hop runs. You gotta know how to respect the culture. You gotta know the people that came, that came from our era to the people that's in this era. You have to know the culture. You can't disrespect the culture. Because once you disrespect the culture, it's like battle rap. Disrespect the old battle rappers, you just fucking the whole culture in general. You putting a black eye on the culture. You can't do that. You just making what we did from the past mean nothing. When we know that if it wasn't for that, it would be no 21 Savage.
So hold on. I gotta give him. My flex might be corny, but I gotta give it to my brother. He right. CO, I see you itching to say something, nigga.
Yeah, because I feel like he didn't understand what he was even saying. I think he chose the wrong words for the point he was trying to make. I don't think he was saying Nas is whack and he's irrelevant. I think he was trying to say that his generation, he was trying to say his generation don't really know who he is, to Glenn's point. So like somebody like me would be more important to them. I think if he just articulated it bad, but if we going off his literal words, yeah, he wild and he out of pocket. He need to, he gonna have to go on an apology tour. We gotta start treating us like the Jews, man. You gotta relax.
You gotta relax, okay? Tour. That word right there get us banned out here, CO. You gotta relax.
Word.
The J, thank you. It's the J's. It's the J's.
This does not reflect the views of all hip hop. I'm
messing with you. I got a topic on that too. But by the way, go ahead, Mercy. How you feeling?
So yeah, there's a couple ways I feel about this. First of all, Nas is Nas, man. He's one-on-one. You feel what I'm saying? Like he's one of them artists that was doing what he was doing at a time that nobody else was doing it. With the storytelling, with the way he just like paints, pictures and stuff with his words and everything. Like Nas is just one of those ones that's solidified. And if it wasn't for rappers like him, people like 21 would not be around today. So
come on.
I get when you try to say, oh, he's not relevant, because I listened to, the entire conversation, and the example that they used was like, Nas dropped the whole album and the world didn't stop. But like when Hove did a verse, the God did verse, the whole world stopped and, was tuned in and stuff like that. So I get it if you're talking about from an impact standpoint. But when you're talking about relevancy, it's like Hove said in the song a long time ago, my DNA in your music. Like stuff that Nas did paved the way for you to be here today. You feel me? So you should always use your platform to uplift the artist like that. Like whether you on a Clubhouse or Instagram Live or whatever. I never want to hear somebody like 21 Savage say Nas is irrelevant, especially when to get a #1 album, you had to team up with the biggest rapper in the world.
Come on with it.
You understand? You wouldn't have been where you at right now if you dropped a solo album, at least not to me. So, I think he should just always use his platform to uplift Nas. Like that's somebody you probably grew up listening to. So don't,
You'll be irrelevant in 10 years too. Like 21, 10 years, you'll be irrelevant.
He probably, somebody like 21, like 50 old school to him. I don't think he really got a chance. We grew up listening to Nas. I don't think he really understands, who he is. And when that when that drop, like I don't think he understands that part. So there's definitely a disconnect generationally for sure.
Yeah. Like it reminds me of when Rich Homie Quan took the stage and he messed up like the Biggie records.
Biggie joint.
Everybody was mad at him and stuff
pissed.
Like that. Now I understood that because I'm like, yo, Rich Homie probably didn't come up on Biggie. He probably came up on the guys that came right after, the Hoes and the 50s, the TIs and stuff like that. So I understood it, but it still just showed those artists a certain level of respect. You understand?
Right.
Agreed, brother.
Ask you a question real quick.
Go ahead, Grandma.
Let me ask you a question. Will a New Yorker ever say Nas is irrelevant?
No.
21 is not.
That's a good one. I ain't gonna lie.
Shit. Dare say Nas irrelevant. I don't care what age you from. You get smacked in your mouth with your young man. If you ever seen
that's blasphemy around here.
That's blasphemous.
We gotta talk about regions and when it's talk about the culture.
I ain't gonna hold you. Some of these little drill niggas and shit might say some dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, old head, he ain't relevant to the like. Some of these young niggas need to get consequences, man, for saying stuff like that. Cause I said it in my blog for this very channel. I said, yo, listen, man. what y'all saying about what he was saying about Nas is blasphemous because, you know, it fucks us up as a people because Nas would have never said that about 21 Savage in the public. Even if he felt that way, he wouldn't have said that because he know how it would affect, you know what I'm saying, him as you know, people would see him because Nas is Nas, nigga. Like, we hold him to a certain standard.
Look, let's take it a step further. Not that he wouldn't have said that. He would uplift somebody like 21 Savage who's out, active, working, you know, putting out music and, you know, the young crowd relating to him and everything. So Nas would actually be the one to salute an artist like that.
Yeah, don't we got one of them on KD too? He got I think he got Uzi on there.
I think Uzi, right? Yo, KD too, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so.
So he's, you know, Nas ain't on that. Nas already know who he is.
But you know,
when you the guy, you don't ever gotta say. Nas knows he stepped in the room.
Hey, yo, CO, here's the crazy thing, right? I would just say, like, you know, for a young cat like 20, this nigga ain't no young nigga. The fuck out of here. This nigga old enough to know better. That's the problem that we have.
You're right. I agree.
Get off them damn apps. That's how they get in trouble being on them apps. These niggas need to know better. You got a nigga, I said this nigga too. Fuck this DJ Academic nigga. I say, oh, this nigga talking about, yo, he not relevant to, you know, but he's relevant towards, I gotta see his sales. Cause, you know, he might not be relative to the youth, but and I say, yo, sales, fuck sales. Yo, Nas is beyond sales. You understand what I'm saying? He made Illmatic.
Right.
Game over. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
He changed the game. It shouldn't even be about sales. Not like how it is now, because that's all these young niggas do. They go, oh, he only sold 83K copies. Oh, he only went 30K. He flopped. He finished. He done. He ain't no more what you call.
There's a big difference from '94, you know what I'm saying, to right now, of how people get music, of how you even the radio. It's just a different time now. So it's way more choice music now. Back then, we waited for the video to come on, video music box or whatever. We waited. We waited for certain DJs to get on the radio at certain times to hear certain records. Now it's choice. You could go hear what you want immediately from whatever platform right away.
Instantly.
So when you don't know that you have choice music and you listen to what's fed, you're going to say something stupid like that.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And see, the problem with this is a lot of these artists are becoming too accessible. Like, I don't know why multi-millionaire artists are on platforms like a Clubhouse where they're engaging in fan conversation. Like, normally the Nas is irrelevant and stuff like that. That shit that fans would be discussing amongst each other.
That's a fact.
Once as a famous person, you throw yourself in the middle of that, now it's going to look like you taking shots. You understand? So it's going to be a whole different dynamic. Like, I don't even think artists like 21 should be engaging in those type of convos anyway.
21.
Good point.
That's a fact. But this is the problem. This is the nuclear bomb, right?
Let's talk about it.
It's the gates of hell is open. Pandora's box is with these apps. Anybody could talk crazy from the nigga that's down the block to a person that's in the Himalayas, in Cali, somewhere in Africa, somewhere. Everybody could get on the app and either listen or speak. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the problem. But
21 is not everybody, and that's what these artists got to realize. Right now, when you get in the backlash, now you want to go on Instagram Live and, oh, I didn't mean it like that, blah, blah, blah. Just keep yourself away from those conversations and you won't have to worry about that. You won't have to worry about your PR having to clean up behind you and shit like that. Like, resist the urge to go on these apps and engage in discussion about, you know, other artists, especially stuff that's going to be, you know, tearing them down.
Yo, Glenn,
not for nothing. We're talking about 21, bro. Like, he got to understand where he is in his skill level. That's not even anywhere in comparison to the level of a Nas. He has to understand, like, just relax.
Come on.
Like, you not even, like, you 21. You compared to Kodak, and it's not a diss to Kodak, but it's like, that's where you at with it, bro.
Yo, listen, CO.
This is the God MC.
Yo, CO, check it. Even Kodak is out there even Kodak is telling 21, yo, you bugging, my nigga.
Yeah,
like,
Kodak said something.
Yeah,
wait, go ahead, Glamour. What you said? Go ahead.
You're right. I'm agreeing with what you said. Kodak said something. So when Kodak say something, you know.
Man, what are we?
The problem.
We just niggas is rhyme against Uzi Vert and the nigga and Yachty. And that's what?
Right.
Come on. No disrespect, but you respectfully, you heard?
Yo, Glamour, does the music even matter anymore at this point in time on how we used to feel back in the 90s when we used to collect the cassettes and the CDs and all that shit?
Not at all. Not at all. It's this we used to be around the corner at the Wiz to get a new tape.
I remember that.
We had to get.
You know what the difference is, y'all? We had Kid and Plays, man. We had Poor Righteous Teachers. We had
Brand New.
you know, we had the whole Jungle Bees. You know what I'm saying? We had all of that. We had
EPMD,
we had
Big
Fun Real
Daddy
Hip-Hop.
Kane, KRS-One. Like, yo, you talking,
Yeah,
man.
we had G Raps of the world, but we had the fun. We had real fun. Like it was a different, real closer to home vibe.
Right.
You know, I think that's the difference. It was way more respectful. You know what I'm saying? When you see a De La Soul, Potholes in My Lawn video, I think a lot of us could relate to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't have that as much in front of them. They got this stuff and everything they selling on this, and everything's instantaneous, and they got it messed up, I think. Right. And I say I mean the ones after us that was born with these devices in their hand. You know what I'm saying? It's different for them.
Right.
We know how to live without it. We know how to put this shit down and turn it off and keep going on. They go crazy with their day if they can't. So it's different.
Listen, I think the biggest thing, Mercy, right now, that's over music, and it's crazy because music is just looked at as an accessory now. The biggest thing over music is just talking. Like how we doing right now, whoever got the flyest talk or got the craziest, most insane clickbait comment or somebody saying some wild shit is the new shit. Right now, we making an album. We making a single right now. You understand what I'm saying? A single of content. And it's crazy. It's like people just waiting for shit to happen for everybody to get on these apps and talk crazy about it. Oh, did you hear about such and such? Oh, such and such just slapped such and such. Oh, this nigga got his car repoed. Oh, so we getting on here talking about it. Yo, I'm going to get a topic that's probably not on hiphop.com, but we going to go with it, right?
Yo, it's funny you mentioned we on here making a single. I remember Joe Budden used that when he was discussing the everyday struggle shit. He was like, yo, imagine making a hit song every day. Like that's what some of these podcasts that come out get 1 million views a day and shit like that.
Right.
That's essentially what we're trying to do here.
Right. So this is the thing, right? I heard on not on Clubhouse, but on the web, World Wide Web. You know, I'm an old school nigga, the internet, right? The WAC 100 dude was talking about him and Big U, and Trick ran down on Future, and he said what's that girl named, the R&B joint? What's on it? And it was like Sierra, and then they ran down on him because WAC was trying to get Trick his money that I guess Future owed him and shit, and then Big U and WAC 100 chased him in the LAX. You know, and what you call it, Future ran along with Sierra, and they was running away from WAC 100 and Big U. And then Big U came out of nowhere and said, yo, this man is a nothing but cap. He is lying. I've never been at the LAX with this man chasing Future for no money.
First of all, that's an automatic felony, getting into some bullshit at the airport or on the plane or something like that. You don't want to admit to doing nothing like that in the airport.
Now, here's the thing. Here's before y'all speak, here's the thing. Trick came today and said, yo, I don't know nothing about what this man is talking about. I ain't do nothing about nothing with nobody. Now, before y'all even say anything, here's my topic on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just told you prior, people are getting on these apps and telling stories. They just fascinating you with nothing is off the table. You understand what I'm saying? They just talking the talk, just to engage you in what, and it's kind of dangerous right now because these niggas that's supposed to be quote unquote gang members and keeping it real and all that ain't keeping it real. How we feeling about that?
Well, shit, when it comes to WAC, he infamous for that. I mean, that ain't nothing new when it comes to him and his name. You know, he's anonymous with saying wild shit that could be cap and all that. I mean, that's why we talking about him now. That's how he, you know, that's how he's keeps his name up, and that's just part of his thing when it comes to WAC in particular to me,
right?
As outsider just watching.
Right. What you think, Glamour?
I don't know. I mean, we don't know. Is he lying? We wasn't there. All I know, Trick and Big U might have did it, and they just don't want to be, you know, they don't want their names involved in it because they can get a case. You know what I'm saying? They just, that's like dry snitching. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas are doing that on these apps. They dry snitching. WAC is doing a lot of that. So we don't know if it's real or not. I don't know. These men are like 50 and they all in their 50s, right? They running up on young men. Like, what we doing? We don't 50 years old. You should be caring about, what, a couple of dollars?
Yo, here's what's crazy, right?
That shit go court.
Here's what's crazy, right? Here's what's crazy. Mercy. I seen today on DJ Academics. Fuck that nigga. He put you know he put the thing up with of Doughboy. He's a rap artist talking, saying yo this dude is straight cap. But under the caption you see Future, his verified account on IG. Laughing. Well, I think he had an emoji face laughing and shit like, yo, this shit is all like this is this sensationalism at its finest and shit like that. So what I'm saying is pretty much what niggas need to understand, because this is the big homie show. I gotta put the jewel out there. It's scary because they giving you false information like fake news on some Donald Trump. It's fake news. It's all fake news. Like that's crazy. Just to get some views and likes. What are we doing here?
Listen, man, this is a man who runs around saying, "Oh, on Paru," but then you basically managing a rap. Like I can't take nothing that man says serious, bro. I can't.
Yeah.
You can't talk the tough shit and the gang shit, and then at the same time be aligned with somebody who put his whole gang away. Like I stopped subscribing to what that man said a long time ago. Like he confused about him damn self. Like he don't know what he's doing out here. Like he's just doing anything. Like and it's cool. You making your millions or whatever. That's all fine and dandy. But nah, you working with a rap, bro. I don't got nothing to say to you.
What you got to say, Glamour? What do you think?
About what?
Yeah. This about the whole thing in general, about these cats out here capping, about just to get the story for the likes and the views.
We like it. We here for the bullshit. We like entertainment. We like the sensationalization and all of that. We like to know, what stories made up and what stories not. We like to put the pieces together. Even with the Takeoff thing, we want to know who killed him, how he died, and all that. It's not shits and giggles, but it gives us something to look at, to invest our time into. But it's not real news that we should really be looking for. But you know what I'm saying? It makes our day. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yo, that's unfortunate, man, because that's what it's going to be for the next 10 years, man. This internet shit is crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go out with this, right? Before we break out, I'm following the Takeoff thing kind of serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little, inside private eye nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my keep.
You better not be watching that DJ Academics Law and Order bullshit he posted. You better not.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my God! Come on, Debo. What are you doing?
Nah, man. But this is what I say. I just want y'all take on this. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't go that far. I don't see UFOs and footprints in the sand and crazy shit. But for that man's life to be taken like that and the way it was took, unfortunately, rest in peace to Takeoff, is very suspicious.
Be careful. Alex Jones just got sued for $1.5 billion for
allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
That's not alleged. That's real. He got sued for $1.5.
No. I'm talking about what I'm saying is allegedly. So I won't get, you know what I'm saying? Alex Ross never said allegedly on none of this shit. I'm saying allegedly.
Yeah,
these niggas ain't getting me. But what I'm saying is this. All that checking in shit, yo, check in, man, because, you know what I'm saying? I said it was friendly extortion. That's what I said. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely is.
I ain't checking in a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully speaking. Now, I'm just have to hold my own wherever the hell I'm at. I got people's where I'm at anyway that I kick it where I call them and be like, you know what I'm saying? They come pick me up or vice versa if they come to my town and shit, and we hang. It ain't no checking, nothing. So I'm saying all that to say, unfortunately, this man Takeoff, who was a great artist on the Migos and stuff, got his life taken, unfortunately. But the check-in shit didn't work because the place he checked in with, unfortunately, he checked out. Respectfully, like
that's a fact.
And the Prince family, they just put like, you know, they just had the thing in Atlanta, the wake the Virgil, whatever. I don't know what to call it, but I'm trying to be as respectful as possible because this is no bullshit. But the Prince family put up, and the same place where Takeoff got murdered at, which it was a murder. There's facts, there's no alleged. They have their name on it. I can't read it too good, but it says such and such from the Prince family and shit. I'm like, what? What's going on here? They didn't go to the wake or whatever you want to call it in Atlanta. I'm going to stop calling it whatever. They didn't go to the wake. I'll call it a wake at the State Farm Theater in Atlanta. They didn't go there, which was probably a smart move. But you know, they had a Virgil there. You know what I'm saying? And I say, on my end, something is afoot here. You understand? Like Jay Prince and his family, you know, they was on y'all watch. Y'all not trying to solve anything. Y'all not trying to put out there whoever. You know, I know this is the street, so you don't really have to go crazy on the apps. They don't have to go crazy on the apps. But there's nothing solved or like, you know, they said the kid that the person that did it actually is dead as shit. But really, do we really believe that? What do y'all how y'all feeling about this, man? Should I go on with the case and be trying to figure it out like all the other internet detectives? Like, how do y'all feeling?
As long as you're not doing the academics buffoonery, you Gucci.
Bum, 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 bum. That's a fact.
Nah, you're right though. You know, he was on that watch with them. I mean, if you look at what they posted that day, the vibe was funny. There's a photo where Quavo's actually looking at old boy in the yellow. That actually did the, you know, the actual shooting. There's a photo where they together all day. He's just looking at him a certain way. You can see his look on his face. So yeah, they know what's up, man. So that was some internal hate. I don't think I went to the top as far as Pops.
Right.
But I think the boys.
I like that. That's why I probably fumbled Mercy, because the Pops wasn't nowhere probably like say around or involved, if you will, and shit like that. Because the kid, the junior's not from the streets. The junior, every Christmas, the junior got a PS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with all the Xboxes and all the games. You understand what I'm saying?
See, what I feel like is like in a situation like this, it's so many parties to hold accountable, right? Because for one, we don't know the full scope of what happened. We don't know if somebody ordered something. We don't know who actually was the one that hit Takeoff. Like, it's a whole bunch of different variables there. You know, they're saying, oh, he got shot by one person and then bullets fired back. That's why he got hit so many times. Like, it's a whole blanket of accountability that has to happen. And I feel like if they're doing stuff like not showing up to the wake and stuff like that, but at the same time, y'all was posting videos, y'all had these guys out here and stuff like that, there's something going on there. There's something going on. We just don't know the, you know, chain of command or chain of events that happened. That's really it.
It felt like Malcolm X when they did the get your hand out of my pocket, that little argument. It felt like that.
Wow.
It felt like that. That argument. Talking about some basketball, like where that came from.
You know what's crazy? Don't see it when you say that. They saw, if you go to Netflix, there's a documentary about that on who killed Malcolm X, and they actually solved that decades later and shit like that. And it was a setup and whatnot, which was crazy. It wasn't really on Farrakhan, because they tried to say Farrakhan was the one that set that up, but it wasn't him. It was a different situation. It was more political inside and government, if you will. But what do you think, Lemma? What's your take on the Takeoff situation?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of. Where's the murderer at? I mean, the nigga was around 80 people. No one saw him pull the gun and a big flame come out the gun. I mean, come on now. We know that it's Jay Prince side of it. They know who did it. So I don't know. This we got to be accountable for our own people. Like we want them to we want justice or not.
We serve them up.
Serve them up. Do something.
Let's get
over him and Quavo. Something like do. I mean, he don't have to go to jail, but you know, street justice could be handled.
Who don't got to go to jail? Somebody got to go to jail.
They can go to different type of jail. I mean, he got locked up in heaven. We gotta know who did it, though. You know, because shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said
they know who did it.
I said on this very program. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo,
100%.
I said I can imagine. I could fucking imagine if I was there when one of my brothers, and God forbid that happened. I'm not going back to home, nigga. I'm staying. I'm going to set camp up in Houston, and I'm. Everybody got to go. Everybody. I'm finding addresses and all that. And my life is over. Like, okay, you got. All right, I'll fix y'all niggas. You got the right one. Trust me when I say I'm calling my wife. It's over for me. You understand what I'm saying? Live your life, because I'm done out here. These niggas is going to die. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. It's very unfortunate, man. It's very, 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 very unfortunate. And this is what I want to say. Respect to y'all brothers, because I'm going to end it here a little something, but I'll fuck with this panel. This is like a first take, if you will, of me trying the panel situation. And you know what I'm saying? I rock with y'all, you know what I'm saying? And we need to combat the fuckery that's out here and these clubhouse conversations. they need real shit. You know what I'm saying? They need real answers. They need real There's as many Charleston Whites as there is out this motherfucker and whack 100s. We need brothers like us to combat the foolishness. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let y'all rock and roll, man. AllHipHop.com. I'm your host, Debo DeVell McAfee. I'm gonna let y'all shout y'all Instagrams, where y'all from, and all that stuff. Y'all go ahead. Glamour, you go first.
Truth Be Told podcast on every platform, man. Follow us, please.
CO Go Productions on everything. Fatty Boy Entertainment. Shout to Truth Be Told on All Hip Hop. You heard?
You know, Mercy Harlem on everything, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on everything. You feel me? Oh, no, mercytv.com, Trap New York Battle League. I know what time it is, man.
Yo, man, y'all gonna be seeing more of this right here, man. I fuck with the panel thing because, you know, I love to talk my talk sometimes by myself, but when I want to get interesting perspectives on these topics, I don't want to just be the only one because I'm a little sort of a sandwich, sort of a picnic. Mercy know that. I'm kind of crazy, so I'll be saying some way outlandish shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, these brothers right here, they got great platforms as well, and I'm going to be bringing them over here too. Shout out to allhiphop.com. And like I said, man, we got to combat the bullshit with the real shit. You understand? So I salute y'all cats. I'm putting this up today. You understand? And we rocking and rolling. I'll see y'all next week, man. We could probably do this every Tuesday or every other Tuesday, but we going to rock and roll. You heard?
Facts. Let's get it.
All right, fellas. One.